This is my part from Krooked, Let's Skate Dude, otherwise known as LSD. This first trick I've never done before. I think this spot kind of made me think of it. And it took a while, and it felt really cool. And that's about it. Backlip, kickflip, I believe somewhere in Torrance. It was a super slippery recycled plastic stage. Guy with the cross. He's made it into a few skate videos. That was a fun line to do. I like no push lines. Little makeshift Wally nose grind. I remember it being hard to know exactly where the metal cage was, since you couldn't really see it as you were rolling up. 360 flip on a zagger or on a zinger. I remember it just being easier to get over on a zinger versus a regular board. It just kind of would like suck up to your feet a little better, clear the railing. Felt cool to roll up in the nollie inward heel stance. I think Reynolds did that same trick on the same spot. Switch heel at a nice house somewhere. Bright orange beanie, switch flip, I think also in Torrance. Half cab flip into a shitty bank to drop. I forget the name of it. People skate the hip. Some people skate the tall ledge behind me and then go into the bank. Or some people just go over the guardrail. Prop up over a fence, heel flip at some random school. Switch nose kick flip in Huntington. Wasn't too far from where I lived at the time. I lived in Long Beach. This line took, what I remember, it was hours. So, was it worth it? This one's almost comical. I think I had seen someone grind it regular and for whatever reason was like, wanted to do it switch. I think I did a few of them. Backside flip at another really nice house. I think that one's Manhattan Beach. Nollie front heel. The Carol and Pops set. That's what I think of when I see it. And that's what made me want to get a trick on it. Super cutty kickflip in some neighborhood, I would assume, kind of Silver Lake area. Super narrow. We had to, if you could see where I throw down, we had to set up plywood because the ground was basically non-existent in the beginning. I'm popping off a sign, so must have been real bad there too. Frontside flip, bump to pull. That thing's super fun. I don't know if it's still there. Oh, this is one of my favorite spots. I was always trying to go there. Not sure if it's still there, but definitely my ideal spot. Feeble grind, heel flip nose grind 180 with the airplane. Like how that one looked. This one is in Long Beach. I had to set up like basically baby trucks, zinger trucks, super narrow so I could ride on that wall. Otherwise, you'd just be 50-50 instead of riding. So, put on baby trucks, and it was still pretty scary. Grind across, land back on it, and hop off. That was fun. This slam hurt so much. One of my worst slams. Kind of landed right on my neck and head. I saw stars. Everything went black. I heard cracks and pops. And yeah, that one took me out for at least a few days. It just shook me, to be honest. And the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure we were with like Krooked Dudes and Mark Gonzalez. And this spot, Mark, and I think Nadas actually skated like 1,000 years ago. I think he did a wall ride on it. But yeah, I almost had it. Clearly didn't. And yeah, I got an ad out of it, which is funny. Just like a bail ad. I like it a lot though, how the photo came out. Random, super random, late big spin. But some spots kind of just like will pull specific tricks out of me that I may not have thought of previously. And switch 180, the banister, a few power slides, and that one definitely caught me. I couldn't go back out to straight, so my wheels just grabbed. And I ate shit. That hurt. Barley grind. I really like this bump trail. I always have. Some crazy shit has gone down on that. What Austin did, switch front nose, fakie flip. But yeah, barley grind felt nice on there. Fakie flip, tiny over rail, Carol edge, on the outskirts of downtown LA. Straight over the back grind on a small rail in the valley somewhere. I think Ryan Lee showed me this spot. He also filmed it. But nollie full cab, nollie 360 on this bank to bank cutout gap on a roof. That was quite a mission. But hyped we got that. This one I found just, I think, getting gas one day. That's my lady's Camry in the back that I was driving that day. But yeah, I did not think this was possible. And the bottom was all the asphalt was all crumbled up and pushed up at the bottom, so I had to put a sign just to kind of help me out. It felt cool to kind of like gap out into that driveway bank. Prop up, narrow kickflip, nollie 360 flip, a little bump 2 hydrant, tail slide impossible, or as impossible as I could get it. It's kind of hard to get those to wrap out of a slide. I want to do one backside, back tail, impossible to regular. Prop up, impossible up the side of the Mach 3. Used to be a 4. I would love to skate that again, actually. Back heel, bump to rail, some sort of industrial building. That shit was scary. I had to go pretty fast. I remember barely making it to the street on all the tries, but that one worked out. And back nose grind to back nose blunt, kind of by where the old barracks used to be. Funny story on this one. Well, I learned this at Cherry, and I remember really wanting to do it for this part, and I was having trouble figuring out a spot for it because I needed it to be angle iron, I needed to grind well, and I also needed to come straight over the back so my like weight can shift into the back nose blunt. And it also needed to be like about this length. So this one came into mind, and is the only spot I could think of that it would work. But I was worried because this is kind of like almost like a fake or a made up spot, like a Barra spot or something. But it's not. It's just, I think it's just the people that had gotten tricks on it were like barracks kind of guys. So I was like weary to do it on this, but I believe that, I don't know, if you do something well, you can kind of like pull off a spot that may be thought of as kooky before, or like not cool. I think it worked. Backside 360. I believe that was Ventura, or somewhere near where Mike lives. That one was super hard to get all the way around. Couldn't do like the swoopy back 3. I had to do the like back 180 in the air, another 180. It's almost like 2 tricks. You can kind of see it. Shove it, revert, old Guy Mariano spot. you kind of land uphill. So soon after this clip cuts out, I'm kind of like come to a stop. Switch of revert. Man, we found this bump one day just kind of like skating something else at that school, and that school had these tiny tables, these little like mesh tables, and we dragged it over to this little bump, and it was the funnest spot I've probably ever skated. But so I went a few times, and then I managed to back 3 kickflip it. Kind of skirted the landing, but was definitely hyped on that one. And then switch 360 flip. That kind of was, I was just flinging them, and kind of was like, all right, fuck, I'm gonna land on this one, and rolled away, and made me feel really cool. And that's my part, and yeah, I'm proud of that one. That's my little commentary on that with my backstories and whatnot. So thanks, guys. If you like these, show me that you like them. Comment, all that shit. I'll do more. Peace.